All right, let's jump right in. Today we're going to unlock the exact step-by-step strategy to instantly boost your IELTS academic writing score. If you're prepping for the IELTS right now, you know how tricky it can be, but this explainer is basically the most direct, high-impact blueprint you're going to find. Seriously, ask yourself, are you losing easy marks on the writing portion? I mean, so many students feel completely overwhelmed by the grading criteria, right? They just write and write, kind of hoping for the best, but they're literally bleeding points because they don't quite understand the rules of the game. But here's the good news. Avoiding just a few simple mistakes can gain you up to a whole band score instantly. Today, we're zeroing in on exactly what the examiner wants to see and a super simple method to hand it right to them.
So, what are these traps? Well, here are 3 incredibly common mistakes that trip up test takers every single day. First, completely missing data figures in your description. Huge no-no. Second, using bullet points or note form instead of full connected text. The official rules will actually penalize you for that. And third, overusing or just awkwardly using connectives. If you avoid these 3 traps, you literally instantly protect your score. Oh, and definitely stay with me for the example at the end. Avoiding these exact traps is worth up to 6 marks. It's literally the difference between a Band 5 and a Band 8.5.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll quickly run through those 3 common exam mistakes, reveal exactly what the examiners expect from you, break down a repeatable answering method, walk through a step-by-step example, and finish up with your final exam checklist. We're strictly focusing on practical strategies here to get you those points.
Okay, so jumping into those 3 common exam mistakes, let's see exactly how this builds, starting with the very errors that cost test takers so many valuable points year after year. Check this out. This brilliantly illustrates what missing the mark looks like. On the left, we've got a real candidate script that scored a Band 5. Why? Well, the examiner comments explicitly state that they completely missed important data figures from the graph. That severely penalized their task achievement score, because without those figures, the reader is just missing crucial information. Now on the right, look at the Band 6 script. It flows a little bit better, sure, but it falls right into that trap of overusing simple connectives, which dings their coherence and cohesion score. It's a classic case of trying way too hard to force structure without creating a natural logical flow. So, to avoid those exact traps, we've got to pull back the curtain and uncover the hidden rubric the examiners are actively using to grade your paper.
Think of this matrix as your ultimate cheat sheet. Examiners assess your response on 4 specific criteria. First up, task achievement. Did you actually fulfill the requirements, write a minimum of 150 words, and accurately transfer the factual data? Second, coherence and cohesion. Do you have a logical sequence and varied use of cohesive devices? Third, lexical resource. Basically, are you using an accurate and varied vocabulary? And fourth, grammatical range. Are your sentence structures accurate at the sentence level? So, the absolutely crucial takeaway here is that every single sentence you write has to directly serve one of these 4 criteria to earn marks. Literally, no filler allowed.
All right, knowing the rubric is great and all, but how do we actually apply it when the clock is ticking? Well, here's a simple, repeatable method you can use for literally any Task 1 visual description.
It boils down to this 4-step answering method. Step 1 establishes your format. Write in full, connected text. Absolutely no bullets. Now, Step 2 ensures task achievement by reporting the main features accurately. Followed by Step 3 for the overview. You have to state a clear, summarizing overview of the visual. And finally, Step 4 connects it all together logically with varied, seamless cohesion.
Okay, let's dive into the absolute most valuable part of this explainer. We're going to apply our method to a real, high-scoring exam response. So take a look at this task. It requires test takers to describe a visual manufacturing diagram. You need to summarize the information in a minimum of 150 words within 20 minutes. Keep in mind, this is an information transfer task. No speculative explanations are allowed here, just the straight facts from the diagram.
And right here, we have a real candidate script that scored a massive Band 8.5 by executing our repeatable method flawlessly. Just look at how it's written in full paragraphs with 0 bullet points in sight. That immediately secures points for coherence and cohesion. It's neat, it's structured, and it is incredibly focused on the facts, which just totally maximizes their task achievement score.
Let's actually look at what the examiner said about this brilliant script. They specifically rewarded it because the progression from digging clay to delivering bricks was managed with full flexibility and accuracy. The cohesion was completely seamless. Paragraphing, linking, and referencing were all skillfully managed. I mean, this is exactly the kind of feedback you're aiming for, right? Look at the stark contrast between these two.
The winning strategy heavily relies on a clear overview of the process and seamless logical connectors that just naturally pull the reader along. While that Band 5 response missed important data and was just really tough to follow, our Band 8.5 success story immediately provided a clear overview stating the process takes 7 consecutive steps, and they link their ideas beautifully using simple but super effective words like first, then, and once.
All right, we've covered a ton of ground today. Let's lock all this learning in with a punchy final exam checklist that you can memorize before you walk into that exam room.
I call this the Exam Hacker's Checklist. By strictly following this, you're making sure every single word you write is engineered to meet examiner expectations and maximize those points. When you practice, just ask yourself these 5 questions. Did I write at least 150 words? Are there absolutely no bullet points? Did I include a clear, factual overview? Are my paragraphs linked with varied cohesive devices? And finally, did I verify the figures and data from the visual prompt? If you're checking all those boxes, you are scoring marks.
But hey, the only way to really master this is to actually do it. Grab a practice diagram, test out this 4-step method today, and watch your band score climb. Also, definitely check out our related explainers for more high-impact exam skills. So ask yourself, are you ready to go secure that Band 8.5? Thanks so much for focusing in with me today, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.